Yeah, hi, good evening. So we are discussing about room database, right? So on the room database, we added some of the classes, right? So main activity after that we created a user.kt, so user do and user database. So like three classes we created here, right? So after that now we have to do with the next level. So for that here now we supposed to create one more class. So user do in the user activity. So those classes we created, right? So then after here we have to create a user repository class we have to create. So for that again here I'm creating in a right click on the package name. So here I'm creating one class called user repository. So I'm creating that is user repository. So user repository I'm creating here in this. So in this user repository, now we have to write. So here we need some return type. So that is here now, private val. So some data here we need. So that is the user do. So we have to call here user do class. We have to call this. So within this now, like whatever the functions we created there, so that we have to call in this. So first one we created there. So that is insert, right? So there we created insert. So this is the insert. So what we are inserting this as for the user, what is the user? So that we are inserting here user. So that we will call from the user do dot insert. So we are inserting into the user table, right? Like same suspend function. So update. So that is user. So user do dot update. So that is user. Then suspend function. So delete. So that is user. So here now we have to write user do dot delete user means all the operations what we have written. So that we are writing here again. So suspend function get all users. So we have to get the users. So this we are getting in a list, right? So that list we have to define. So that list we are getting as a user. So user list we are getting. So here it will be the return of user do get all users, right? Then one more last class in this user. So delete all. So I have added here delete all. So user do dot delete all. So I added these are the things here in this. Right, this class is clear. So finally we have to add one more class that is a view model. So this we required that user view model. So user view model. So I'm creating the user view model. So within this user view model also, like here we have to call here. So that is the private val. So the repository here we are calling that user repository, whatever we created previously, that repository we are calling here. So this one will be extended as a view model. So this we have to extend it as view model. So extended as view model. Within this again now inside this again we have to do almost similar kind of operation like insert delete update. So that we are doing in a this level like a view model level. So that is a user means this is by using the view model scope. So view model scope dot launch here we have to create that view model scope. User equal to okay here user equal to view model scope dot launch means this is the life cycle method of that. So launch So within this now repository, from the repository, whatever the repository data, so that will insert here. So insert user. Done. So similar way, copy this, update here. So this is update. So it is update. Then here delete. So means our code operations. I'm writing here. So delete. Then suspend function. So that is a get all users. Get all users. Column. So that is the list. So user. So here for this return repository dot get all users. So then next here function. So that is a function user view model fact. Sorry, we have to create the function for the delete all, right? So that function. So I'm writing here for the delete all. So delete all that is equal to view model scope dot launch. So here repository dot delete all. So all the operations we have written here one by one. Here this is the function, right? Then finally for this we need a view model repository we have to declare here. So for that now I have to write one class. So that is the user view model. So user view model factory. So user view model factory. So this like any exceptions and all this can handle. So for that here I'm writing that user view model factory. So within this that is a private val repository. So user repository. So this will be extended as view model provider. So dot factory. So user provider dot factory. So within this now, so it can handle this thing. Like for this, we have to create an view model class that is a function. So that onCreate class we have to call here. So this is the onCreate class we have called here. So within this class here now, here we have to handle some if model class dot e is assignable from. So just I'm writing the size assignable from. So where we are assigning this we are assigning from the user view model, right? User view model colon class dot Java. So class dot Java. So just I have to define class dot Java. So here it will return, means here it will return as user view model. So that is a user view model. So within this, it will return as the repository. So as a T, this whatever this request is coming, so that it will define here this. So outside of this, it throws some exception so that we have to define here. So throw, so illegal. So that is a throw illegal state exception we have to write here. So why it is not coming auto generated? I'll write illegal argument. Illegal or means this cannot use every time, but maybe any exceptions will come. So that time it will execute that. So that is unknown view model class. So any unknown view model class will come. This exception will help here to get it out from this right here. So just we created a class. So that is a T. So within that, we added an if. So for the if, so here open brace we forgot. So that's why it's showing an error. So now one more closing is required. Yeah, now it is clear, right? So this is clear. Now, whatever we want to write in a main activity. So in a main activity, we not written any this related. So that we will write after that this errors one by one we will see. So in main activity, just whatever text we load the data and we kept side here. Right, just we added that regular code. Now within this main activity here now, first of all here now I want to define some parameters here, like whatever we define here. So on globally now private var latent var. So private latent var. So that I am defining here, that is a user view model. So user view model I am defining here and globally. Then within this onCreate method, here first I want to call that var database. So whatever the database we created, so that database I want to call here. So for that, what database we used here? So that is the room. So room database. Room database builder. So means from here we are creating the builder. So that is the application context. So with reference of the application context, then what user we created, that is a user database, right? So I'm defining here that is a user database. So user database colon means we defined a class, right? User database class we defined already. So colon class.java. So that is a class here we are calling. Then after that, within that we created a table name called user underscore database, something like we will check if it is the same name we given here or not. If not, we will change lightweight. Then finally outside this dot build. So we are building a database request from here, this like this, right? And after that here we have to call the repository as well. So var repository equal to, so that is a user repository. So user repository. So in this now about database we are calling, so the database dot, so that is with user do, right? Database dot user do. So with reference of the user do, we are calling this user do. So that user do here I'm calling this done. Then after that here we have to create one view model. So like we created already the view model. So where view model factory, where view model factory equal to, so this is the whatever we created a user repo user view model. So with the user model provide, like in this user model factory, so within a user model factory, so we have to call the above repository, whatever the repository we created, so that we have to call within this user view model repository dot this we have to call here this, right? Then finally here now we have to create one user view model equal to, so that view model provider of, so here we have to define the context comma view model factory just above whatever we created, that we have to pass within this. Then outside of this dot get. So what we have to get here now, user view model. So user view model colon class.java. So that is the class. Here we are getting this into this, right? Now within an onCreate method here now. So within onClick method here now. So here we have to match, like we have to get the data here. So for that now I'm creating val user. So I'm creating val user equal to, means we have to insert the user, right? So that's why just I'm defining val user because we created a user class, right? So that is the one I'm calling here. Now val user. In this now, we are sending this data. So that is the name, right? So the name, so whatever the name we are defining there, so that name in the sense here, like will define as a username. So we'll define username. So that is equal to here, whatever we are defining the name, and email equal to here. I'll write something here. So email one to, like, because you won't want to confuse. So that's why. So mobile one to, here also I'll change that mobile one to. So finally here the password. So the password also I'll change that as a password one to. Here also I'll change. This means whatever these four parameters we are passing from here. That's right. Now here we have to launch this lifecycle scope. So because there we define the lifecycle scope, right? So that scope I'm launching here. So the lifecycle scope dot launch. Within this now we are calling that user view model dot insert. So I want to insert the data. So what data you are inserting? So about user what we created. So that data I'm inserting into this, right? So once we insert here now, this is the toast. So toast dot, like, here means the data is inserted. So this at the rate main activity, comma, here now saved. Just I'm writing simply saved. So then toast dot length, toast dot length long, finally dot show, done. So this is the insertion as done. Then after that load. So I want to load the data. So to load the data here directly I'm calling the lifecycle scope. So the lifecycle scope dot launch within this now val users. So I want to get the users data. So that is equal to user view model. So user view model dot get all users. So this data we are getting here, this, right? Now here we want to write step by step, like we are getting the multiple. So for that I'm writing for each loop, like row by row. I have to show this data here. So that's why just I'm creating for each loop. So in this for each loop itself, I'm writing the toast. So toast dot make text. So this at the rate main activity. Then here now, first of all, like name. So I want to get the name, right? Name. So name colon. So how we are getting that name? So a dollar username. So that is a user dot username. Like this, if you want, like only I'm writing one thing, like you want email, you want write one by one, you can write, but just I want to show. So that's why just I'm writing one value here, like dot show. Done. So finally, you have to delete. So for delete button here directly, I'm writing the lifecycle scope dot launch. So within this launch, user view model dot delete all. So I want to delete the all the data. So simply I'll write here toast make text this at the rate main activity, comma, deleted. I'm writing here that deleted. So then toast dot length long, finally dot show. Done. So it is completed here now. Now now we have to see here now the status, like one by one errors it is showing, right? So we will fix the errors. First it is showing the error in user class, it is showing the error. So what is the error here? So entity user table. So entity username equal to, that is a user table, it is showing here. Now this is error. This is room entity, it is correct. But what is the error here? Table name, the right entity. Data class user, it is primary. This is clear. So user table, it is clear. So here also, while calling the user table, it is showing error here. Oh, sorry, it is capital letter. That's why it is came like this. So table name done. So it is clear. So then obviously this class also clear. Then in a user user database, right? In a user database entities, here also user class version equal to 1. So version equal to 1. So this is extra. So schema, schema, schema. Yeah, export schema. That is equal to false. Right, that is clear. Then after that here now, abstract class user database. So that extended as a room database, right? So in an abstract call, that is a colon. Here, this we forgot here. Not here. This is user dio. So the user dio class we are calling here. Then user repository, it is clear. So here also it is clear. So then main activity. So main activity here, it is some showing errors. So we have to import this class. So within a main activity, what is the issue here? Now that we have to check here. So database repository. User repository database dot user dio. So first here where database. So where database. So that is the room dot database builder application context, comma, from there user database colon class dot java. So user database we created already, right? So that we will call again. So user database colon class dot java. It is clear. Now what is this error here? Where repository here? User repository within this now. Yeah, so it is clear. All are clear. Now just I'll connect my mobile and we will run and we'll see this output. So just a minute, I'm connecting the mobile. Just a minute, we will restart this. Okay, so now I'm running this. Just a minute, phone got disconnected. Some error occurred here. AAPT execution Gradle. It is updated, right? Just a minute, I think it is a version issue. So that's why just I updated the version. We'll try to run this. We will see now. So we'll see what is the issue here now. So this KPT plugin we already added here. So let's try with these dependencies. So these three already there. KPT, this, the already there. So next, what is this suggested? In a project level Gradle. So this, as of now, we not touched anything on the project level Gradle right here. So there is another Gradle which we call this is a project level Gradle. So what they are suggesting in this, we want to add this extension of KAPT. So this not taking here. Maybe it will take outside of this plugins. So here it is. Let us try. No, it is showing the error. We are using 2.0, you can up downgrade to this. So here auto version is there, so no need of this thing. So let's sync this. Then after that, clean the project and we'll try. So we'll see here. It is a clean the project and so whenever I extract this here now, here can clean the project in a build. So there is option called clean. So now just click. So once it is clean, now we can try to run. We'll see now it will run or not. No, still same issue. So still it is not run right what they said. Step 1, this is so compiler 2.0, 2.5.0 is not required. So we not used any compiler, right? So we not used, so that is fine. Then a build, rebuild, bash, daddle, clean, file invalid catches and restart. So this ID it is there.
Yes,
KAPT.
we need to mention, yeah.
I think this already we mentioned
We
here.
need to add this.
So this one on the KAPT dot
Yes, yes.
is here. So maybe they defined in a different format. So it will take no. So whatever we define, that is only the correct format. Then after that, in Gradle properties, we have to add this here in Gradle properties. So Gradle properties, I'll added this. Introduce internal handling like. So now let us try again. No, still it is showing the same issue. KAPT, KAPT. Is the yes. No, it is not taking here.
Yes, sir, we need to do for the KSP, right? Instead of cap,
Where
the plugin we used for caps. Instead of that, we can use that KSP, right?
here now?
For the no, sir, in dependencies.
Yeah, the dependency we added that. And see here they are suggesting that in build
Not
script.
this one, sir. Step 5, I was talking.
Yeah, wait. Once we'll see here now. Maybe now it will work. It's not connecting. No, same error it is coming. Okay, no problem. Just anyhow, it's 1 minute. Like I'll check what is the issue. I'll tell you tomorrow. Then we will run and we'll continue with other topic.